What's up, y'all? It's your boy Lynch. I'm back with another one. I'm still here, y'all. I know it's been a minute. I've been dealing with a lot of things, just some mental stuff, a lot of stuff from work. So I've been kind of taking it easy, really taking it easy. But yeah, man, just wanted to get on here and do a little something. I know, like I said, it's been a minute. I checked my Instagram, and I don't normally check my Instagram because I just don't normally be up there doing much. But I was looking through to see if I had any messages from anybody, and I did. I had a direct message. I want to give a big shout out to Rogers. Rogers DM'd me, and he told me that he's been following me on YouTube for a couple years now. Anyway, he's doing Engineer Basic Officers Leaders course right now, and he's graduating very soon. He said that he would love to hear any advice that I have for a new engineer LT, good and bad experience, or whatever I have to offer. So thank you, LT Rogers. Congratulations. I hope that you graduate with flying colors. Hopefully you get Commandant's list if they have all that good kind of stuff, whatever the case may be. Distinguished honor grad, whatever. Hope that for you, okay? Thank you again for DMing me and kind of giving me that motivation to get up and do something. Because I tell you, LT, I really don't know when the next time I was going to do a video, but I'm glad that you hit me up. You put it on my heart for me to give you some experience and just a little bit of advice. So for me, being in a platoon sergeant position and dealing with my own LT for, it's been over a year now, man. It's been, well, not quite. I took over the platoon in January, and that's when I started dealing with my own platoon leaders. So just some things that I've learned, right? LT, I don't know if you have ever heard of this book, this document. You can look it up digitally. It is called The First 100 Days of Platoon Leadership. Number one thing I want to advise you to do is to go check that out. Google that and go check it out. And there's going to be a lot of stuff in there that's going to give you your basis of how you and your platoon sergeant should be interacting with each other and all that good stuff, man. I've read like the first 8 pages or 10 pages or something like that. And you know, when you open up Adobe Acrobat or whatever, when you open that up, the actual page that's on the document is not the actual page that it really is. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. Just look it up and know that if you read that, there's going to be a lot of good guidance in there that's going to tell you how you and your platoon leader, your platoon sergeant should be acting together. Some of this stuff that I'm going to be telling you is probably going to come right out of that book. So I highly advise you to go check that out. It always makes me feel good when I read it, but I haven't been reading much of it because whenever I do read it, a lot of the stuff that's in there I'm already doing. So I feel like it's just all it's really doing is confirming things that I already know, but I'm looking for other things that's going to help to guide me and help make me a better platoon sergeant with my platoon leader. So I see some things in there that I know that I can be applying, and what I want to do is show this stuff to my section leaders. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're going to be platoon sergeants one day too, and I want to show them what's up. So highly advise you check that out. Number 2, make sure, LT, that you stay in your lane. You got to know that officer stuff is officer stuff and NCO stuff is NCO stuff, right? Don't step on your PSG's toes by getting involved where you're not needed, and don't step on your section leader's toes and try to help lead their sergeants, because that's their job. Leave that up to them. You don't do that stuff. The things that you probably need to be working on is making sure that you have accountability of all your equipment. You're going to have to do cyclics. You're going to have to do inventories. You got to make sure that you have accountability of all your stuff. Make sure your stuff is signed down to whoever it needs to be signed down to. Make sure that you're working on your con ops. Help your platoon sergeant out by doing the con ops and stuff like that. You knock out all the awards. You do all that kind of stuff. I don't know if in your unit, if you're going to have to be rated to your section leaders, but my last LT was, but I got a new first sergeant who now put the power back in my hands to be able to counsel and to evaluate my section leaders. So you might be a senior rater or something, or you may not be a senior rater, but know your lane and stay in that lane right there. Do what you got to do as far as what it is to be an officer. Let the non-commissioned officers do their kind of stuff. When you go do PT, it's not your turn to get up and lead PT. You sit in the back and you follow what they do. Or if you want to, you're an officer, you come show up for accountability, you go do PT on your own if you want to. I haven't seen many officers do that, but I don't think anyone's going to tell you that you need to stay with the platoon. If you want to go for a run by yourself because the platoon doesn't run fast enough, do that. If you want to stay with them and just get a nice little jog in or whatever the case may be, do that. You understand what I'm saying? But don't be getting up in there and try to lead unless you're told like this is my turn to lead. You can give some guidance to your section leaders. If you have that knowledge, you can give them guidance. You can give them notes. For instance, if information comes down from the commander or from the first sergeant, you can definitely go in there and say, hey, section leaders, this blah, 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 whatever the case may be. I know when I'm giving notes to my section leaders, I like to have my LT right there with me because I have the type of brain where I'm probably going to forget something, or maybe he knows something that I don't know as far as a future event or something that the commander said that wasn't said to the non-commissioned officers, whatever the case may be. I like to have my LT right there in the room when I'm giving notes and giving my guidance for the next day or receiving feedback, a back brief on what happened or what didn't happen that day and why things didn't happen, that kind of stuff. So stay in your lane, LT. Know what it is for you to be you and do what you got to do, and know what it is for your non-commissioned officers to do what they got to do, and let them do their job, okay? Number 3, LT, that I want to talk about is just like I said, know how to write awards, know how to make con-ops. If you know how to do those 2 things, I think your PSG will love you for that. I love my LT because he is a paper pusher, man. You get in there and you have him go in there and work on a freaking con-op, and he'll have it started and completed in the same day. And the thing that I love about my LT, I call my LT my battle buddy. I probably shouldn't, but that's how we are with each other. But we will sit down. I think we have the best squad competition coming up or something like that. And we are in charge of running the swim lane. I forget exactly what we have to do, but me and my LT sat down. We made a concept on what we want our lane to be. I gave him a little bit of guidance, like, hey, we can do this. And plus, I also have my German Armed Forces proficiency badge, right? So with that, they had a swim lane. So I'm telling him, hey, look, we had to do this in the swim lane. We had to do that. This will probably be cool. I advise him on certain things. If he wants to do something and I think, hey, that's almost an impossible thing to do, so let's cut it down to this. Or, LT, you being a little bit too soft. You want him to do this? Pump it up a little bit. Have him do something like this and blah, 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 blah. So me and LT have a great relationship with stuff like that. And like I said, know how to do your con-ops, know how to write awards, know how to push the paper and all that good stuff. That way your PSG don't have to be up in the office doing all that kind of stuff. You can do the paperwork. Number 4, really try to have a good relationship with your PSG, but not too much, right? Don't force it. Just let it come natural. And if y'all can't be buddies, like the way me and my platoon leader are at work, if y'all can't be buddies, just freaking keep it professional. Y'all don't have to be best friends at work. Me and my LT are not best friends, but that is my battle buddy. I'll take a bullet for him, and I know he will take a bullet for me too. So, but we have a great relationship, and it's important for y'all to have a great relationship because your NCOs that's in your platoon underneath you and your soldiers, they can sense when things are not going good with you and your LT. They know it. They can. I don't know. It's a weird thing. They know when the tension gets thick between y'all. So you always want to make sure that you and your LT, that you and your PSG are on the right page with each other, okay? And then one more thing that I wanted to put out there to you, LT, is learn from your section leaders and from your PSG. But remember, when you're dealing with your PSG, the more knowledge that you bring to the table, the better, okay? I forgot why I said that. The more knowledge you bring to the table, the better. But I know that if you're not asking your platoon sergeant how to do every little thing and, you know, what should I do about this? What should I do about that? It's going to just be easier on your platoon sergeant. So, of course, if you don't know what to do, yes, it's perfectly fine for you to ask questions. If your squad leaders are doing things and you don't know how a specific piece of equipment operates, because you're not going to know how something operates, go down and ask your section sergeants. Go ask your E5s. Well, I would leave it at your section sergeants. Don't just go jump to your E5s and go ask them, but ask your E6s. Hey, what is this about? What does this do? How does that work? You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with you going and learning from them. A lot of times they're going to have 6, 7, 8 years, 9, 10 years of experience. Who knows? But they're going to have a lot of years of experience where they can teach you a lot of things about your equipment that you're signing for and that you're accountable for, but you don't know how it operates. They know how it is. They can teach you a lot of things too. So definitely ask your questions where your questions are needed. Learn from your section leaders and your platoon sergeant. Make sure you keep a good relationship with your platoon sergeant and with your section leaders also. Know how to write your awards, your con ops. Do your cyclics, know how to do all your inventories, all that good stuff. Make sure that you stay in your lane, know your LT stuff, keep it separated from the non-commissioned officer stuff. And then once again, make sure you go check out that book. Just Google it. It's called The First 100 Days of Platoon Leadership. Trust me, I think you're gonna like a lot of things in there. And you probably already know from being in BOLC, they probably already told you about that book anyway. Make sure you do check that out, because I think that it's gonna help you out a lot and give you a lot of good guidance and experience with you being a platoon leader, okay? One more time, LT Rogers, I wanna thank you so much for hitting me up in the DM and asking me that question, because I sure was about to not do any videos this weekend, but just you asking that question put it on my heart to answer that for you. And to anyone else that's out there, man, if you're feeling unmotivated or anything, or you just feel like you don't want to do anything, I'm telling you, the best thing to do, and it might be hard to get that off your back and get out of that funk, but the best thing that you can do when you're procrastinating and you're feeling unmotivated, put down what you're doing as far as you're not doing anything. If you're just watching TV all day, but you know that there's something that you love that you do and you're just not putting forth any effort, stop watching TV and go do what it is that you love to do. If you know you need to get better at PT, stop sitting down watching TV all day or drinking that beer. Prepare for your next morning and get up and go do a run or something. Trust me, it's gonna help you. I think you'll feel a lot better when you're done, and then you're gonna go do that thing that you wanted to do, and you're gonna feel a lot better that you did it, okay? So thank y'all once again for coming and hollering at your boy, man. Definitely got me up off my bed to get up here in front of this camera and do a little something. All right, it's your boy Thurs Lynch, SFAM stand up salute. Stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in the gent one time. Y'all stay focused and motivated. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. Love y'all to death, and I'm out. Yeah.